days left, Josh.
These people just seem to love racing because I feel like my feet would be destroyed and I would just be tired. And these, not only are they doing a whole nother set of racing today, they're doing it on a whole nother skill set. And they're just going hard. Even in the time trials, they are going hard. They want to set high times, and they're ready. They're going to be ready to race later this afternoon, and they just love it. It's the spirit of competition. It's been a lot of fun, and so day 4, the quads I love this. Watching people race on roller skates is so much fun, and they're so good at it.
And out there now, Jasmine Townsend, so another quad specialist for the Cobras. So clearly the quads, a big part of the Cobra culture and program, as she puts up a 13.385. And up next, Jocelyn Christner of Team Storm. She gets set to toe the line. And not the best start we've seen today, but looks like she's got it under control now. Smooth around the final turn. Christner to the line. 14.705. Up next now, Jayda Parker from Texas Speed. So Jayda Parker, the first Race of Champions qualifier that we've seen out here racing quads.
Okay.
So she's going to race in quads and then come back this evening for the main event for the big money in the Race of Champions in prime time.
And so what age division is this?
So this is 14 to 16.
Well, good for her.
And
just
Parker
loves to skate.
Is across in a 14, basically a 14 flat, 14.005. So Jasmine Townsend led things off in this division, and hers is still the mark to beat, 13.385, as Michaela Renick for Team Illini comes out to the floor. So another race of champions qualifier. Michaela Renick keeping the same starting technique that she uses with inlines.
Good form. You know, with the inline start, I just feel like, you know, that's the only way that you can really start on inlines is do the one quick step over the other skate and then push and go. I feel like, you know, if you have the opportunity to run in your toe stops, you make up more ground quicker, because when you do the inline start on your quads, when you first step over, your first step you haven't got very far. You've really gone nowhere except for just in front of your other skate, and then you try to push and go, and it's just too late. I feel like those quad people are already gone by then, or the ones that are pushing off the toe stops.
And we'll see which start Ellie Dehlinger employs. And she goes with the toe stops.
Yeah.
And Ellie Dehlinger in with a 14.290. So the quad specialist, Jasmine Townsend, the 13.385, looking very good here against some of these racers that also skate inline, as her time is still the best. Lainey Jackson now the last of our 14 to 16-year-old ladies to take on this quad time trial.
She impressed me big time on her inline. She was one of the ones I was watching. Is she racing tonight?
She is. She impressed everyone.
Yeah.
She is a qualifier for the Race of Champions.
She looks solid on her quads.
And she gets under the 14-second mark. 13.926 for Jackson. So it is Jasmine Townsend for the Cobras, who sets the bar in this event, 13.385 for her.
The spirit of competition and the love to race has even made it so that we have some gentlemen from Skater's Choice that are willing to throw on some Skate City rentals and jump on out, and that just makes me happy.
Sure enough, those are some rented skates on Jayden Coleman's feet.
So, like I said, some of these kids are just natural skaters, and those Florida kids, I think you just put wheels on their feet. I don't even know if he got those tuned up. He probably just pulled them fresh off the rack.
In fact, just outside the trophy room where you've seen all the medal presentations, a rack of rental skates here at the Xfinity Roller Sports Arena. Jayden Coleman borrowing a pair, and he is going to take a shot here in the quad time trial on the rental skates. And you can see the effect of the borrowed skates for Jayden Coleman, but he's having a good time. Big smile on his face as he puts up a 15.616.
You know,
so a good sport there, Jayden Coleman.
It's all about having some fun out here. So we got another guy.
Kenyon Augustine doing the same.
Yep. I think that they're just doing this for fun, but if they beat a couple people in their quads that are rented, they're never going to hear the end of it.
That is going to be big bragging rights to win a race on the rented skates.
Uh-oh.
And Augustine.
So the rentals are a small wheel. It's not a traditional quad speed skating wheel. They don't have, the rental wheels are too small for this.
So again, big smile, and it's a 15.960. So in the race of the rentals, it's Jayden Coleman who had the faster time.
Okay.
And Myles Mead prepared, brought his own skates, and I dig the checkered flag socks.
Why wouldn't he?
Myles Mead, one of our favorites here throughout the inline.
Yeah.
And now in the quads.
God, he probably just cruises on these things too. Why wouldn't he?
And Mead coming in 13.066, so basically a 13 flat. So somewhere between a 2.5 and a 3 second advantage if you have your own quad skates. As Coleman, Augustine, and Mead have teamed up in mini a relay yesterday, and they skate pretty comparable times.
Yeah, they won a couple of those relays actually.
And up next, Clayton White from Texas Speed Club. So Clayton White, the first non-Skater's Choice skater so far in this division. One of our biggest divisions here, the 14 to 16-year-old men. 8 skaters, so Clayton White, the fourth of 8. And he is underway. And White across in a 14.095. And up next, Ashton Hale, the young man from Star Skate.
He's probably dangerous on these
Shawnee,
things too.
Oklahoma, our first Race of Champions qualifier on the men's side. And we see out here on quad skates.
Well, kid's dad's a rink owner. He's in the rink all the time. Ashton doesn't even have toe stops on his skates.
So Ashton Hale racing without toe stops. Is that a weight thing?
I don't know. I think he just doesn't even want him in the way, maybe.
Well, he's going to need some way to slow down after that blistering lap of 12.861. Our first time of the day under 13 seconds. Ashton Hale.
Yeah, he's in his element on those things, that's for sure.
Looking good in the quads. Of course, we'll see a lot of him tonight as well in the Race of Champions. And now Luke Armstrong on the track for Team Illini.
That looked good.
Armstrong sets the record.
Yeah, that was fast.
7:41, so he betters Hale's time.
That was fast.
And very fast indeed, the Illini skater. Now here comes another Skater's Choice man, Peyton Carlson. So Peyton Carlson did a lot of work on inlines, now here with his quads. And Carlson puts up a 13.5. Not bad. And our final skater in this division, Jacob Guzman, the second Texas speed skater. He is chasing Luke Armstrong with a 12.741, 12.861 by Ashton Hale. So 12.8, not good enough to set a record here this morning. And of course, Myles Mead with the 13.066, currently with the third fastest lap. But Guzman working hard down the back straight.
Uh-oh. Hop up, hop up, hop up, that boy.
So
he was doing good too. I felt like that was going to be a good lap.
He fell down and still put up a 16.442. So that's going to mess up Guzman's seeding, and one of those top seeds is going to have to deal with Jacob Guzman
earlier
in
than they would
qualifying
like
heats.
to. Yeah.
And he does not look like someone you want to run into in the early stages.
No.
Up next now in our 17 to 19-year-old ladies division, Hannah Porto of Team Illini. So she participated in the Rookie Challenge as well as the individual age group. And Hannah Porto, on her first appearance here at the American Championships, qualifying through to the Race of Champions tonight as the officials figure something out down there for Porto.
Well, good for her, you know, come out here and kind of make a statement.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at the schedule for that Race of Champions. Coverage starts right at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, so get out your World Clock app on your phone, figure out what that means for you, wherever you are, watching us at usrollerspeedskating.com. Then we're going to have the short race heats as Porto toes the line. And she's underway. We're going to have the ladies, then the men's heats in both the short and medium races as Porto comes across the line in a 14.366. After those qualifying heats in the Race of Champions, we're going to have a brief intermission for another fantastic demonstration of artistic skating. Josh, I don't know if you stuck around in the building for that yesterday.
I was in the scores booth over there. I got a front row seat, and not only are those people amazing skaters, man, they're like performers. They know how to get a crowd going.
Some fantastic showmanship on display. And this is Taylor Peterson from Team Storm, driving through the line for her time trial. 15.016 is her time. After that first intermission, we're going to have the long race final in the Race of Champions. And the long race for the champions, my favorite event of the week, the 50-lap elimination.
Yeah, you said that you didn't see it on the schedule. They're doing it, right?
They are doing it. It's the long race.
Yeah.
So it is the long. They aren't going to do a long distance lap race like we see in the age group. That elimination race replaces the long race. So
that's my favorite.
That is my favorite. You got to be careful whenever that whistle sounds. If you're at the back of the pack,
you better not have made mistakes
done.
Because, you know.
And this is another Team Illini rookie, Amy Bohlen, now finishing up her time trial. And she comes in with a 15.479. So Hannah Porto, the class of the field in our 17 to 19-year-old ladies time trial division. She puts up the fastest time of 14.366. And now just a couple of skaters in our 17 to 19-year-old men's time trial, Trey Jones, you see there from Bell's Speed Club. At the conclusion of that elimination race, we'll have another intermission so we can see even more artistic skating. Give the racers a chance to catch their breath before the short and middle finals wrap up the Comcast Race of Champions, the main event here at the American Roller Speed Skating Championships of 2021. And Trey Jones is moving.
Oh, yeah. I feel like some of these skaters skate so more aggressively. Because if you watch them skate on their inlines, they're so smooth. Everything's just like easy, smooth pushes. They even do a double push sometimes. And then when they get on these roller skates, they're almost just like cheesing it. They're just going hard. It's aggressive pushes.
And Tony Brown, the other competitor here in the 17 to 19-year-old men's division of the time trial.
Digging the toe stops in.
Using the toe stops almost like the blocks of a sprint on the track.
It's explosive. Dude.
And Brown.
Uh-oh. These people are so good on their skates.
12.633. So Tony Brown getting it done, besting the time of Trey Jones. I think we might have a lot of fun in a head-to-head battle between those two throughout the next couple of days. And up next, it is the man from Cheyenne, Myles Bawk.
Nice.
Competed in the Rookie Challenge, uncontested. So many a gold medal collected by Myles Bawk on day one. See what he can do on quad skates. Long strides off the toe stops into the first turn. And Bawk,
it's hard work right there,
is through with a 14.966, setting the mark in our 20 to 29-year-old men's division. Up next for the Cobras, two Cobras contesting this division. Alex Scott, the first one, so he's out there first. Our next competitor, he comes to the line. And Alex Scott, he's built like a sprinter, and he certainly looks like one coming off the line, driving down the back around the final turn. Oh, stumble there, almost hit the cone maybe it looked like, and a big split as Alex Scott gets under 13 seconds. The 12.935 for the Cobra. So a lot of Cobras keep coming back to that. The Cobras on quads.
They have it implemented. It's in their training program.
Clearly, not just in the training program, but a focus of the training program for this Cobras team. Cameron Adams, another of their athletes, now on the track.
Wow.
And there's the split. And a 12.451.
Likes it.
So
I love the
Cameron Adams.
These guys are into this, man. I love it.
Getting the win over his teammates.
These guys just want more medals.
So they are excited to represent Cobras Racing here in the quad division. And up next is Tiffany Schloemer, the Bell's Speed Club athlete. And she is going to get us started in our 30 to 39-year-old ladies division. So Tiffany Schloemer to the line. And she's not wearing toe stops either, it looks like, Josh.
She's not, and it's one of those things. You know what I've noticed about so many of these skaters, except for the two gentlemen with rentals on, is they all have really, really nice skates on. I mean, some of these quad skates they get to be pretty pricey, just like an inline speed skate is as well. The quad skate is no joke. I mean, there's a lot of thought and design that goes into these quad skates that they're made for competing. And even one of the main companies, Bont, for inline, I mean, they make an amazing quad skate. And I'm seeing a lot of these skaters have those, and they could just fly on those things. It's so impressive.
And so Schloemer, our only competitor in the 30 to 39-year-old division. And here is our 40 to 49-year-old ladies division. Leading us off is Kari Dehlinger of Badger State Racing. We've seen that name a lot, the Dehlingers, up there in Wisconsin.
Yep. You see a lot of families in something like this. They can all skate together, and it's good exercise, and you love to see that.
Definitely one of the benefits of roller sports in general, that we've seen children under 5. We've got our 60 and above.
Absolutely.
A lifetime.
They spread out. They're all over the map. It's great.
A lifetime of competition and fitness. And this is Natasha Alton. So again, another last name we recognize. Of course, Skylar Alton, a big contributor to several Illini relay teams and a tough skater in his own right. And Natasha Alton coming across in a 17.451. And one more skater here in this division. It is Jennifer Keppler of Lorain Speed. So Lorain, Ohio, represented here by Jennifer Keppler. So Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio, of course we know how many teams from Indiana we have. Fast forward out of Springfield, Missouri, the Midwest, a hotbed of speed skating, as Keppler finishes off her run in a 14.975, so she gets down under 15 seconds.
Good for her.
And
that's what she wanted. She was pumped about
the fastest time of the morning for that division. So congratulations to Jennifer Keppler. Now our 40 and above men, 40 to 49-year-old men's division rather. Jason Covey out here for the Bells Speed Club team.
And he's off. Looking good. Smooth crossovers, good form.
Using the arms is Jason Covey, reaching across the line and puts up a 13.436. And there is Alan Goodall. Alan Goodall.
He's just been in the game forever. And so of course he's quad speed skates, and beautiful pair of skates.
So Goodall has treated us to some fantastic finishes in inline. He dropped down a couple of age groups to fill out an Illini team and raced with some youngins in a 17 and above relay yesterday.
He loves to race and
built like a weightlifter.
He doesn't miss leg day. Good skater.
And Alan Goodall, aggressive off the line.
Looking good.
And there is Alan Goodall in 12.920. So he comes in underneath Jason Covey's mark. And this is now Nick Champa of Kentucky Speed.
It's my guy.
Kentucky Speed out of Lexington, Kentucky. Champa, another of our quad specialists.
Rink owner. Good guy. Very heavily involved in the speed skating world.
And we'll see what kind of time Champa can put up.
Oh, yeah.
Big stretch. And the 13.655 is third best. So Goodall still on top with just Marcus Jones of Bell's Speed Club left to run. Marcus Jones gonna round things out in our 40 to 49-year-old men's quad time trial division.
Hear
the wheels working around that turn.
Veteran. And you know,
Marcus Jones, 13,
that's just exactly how I remember quad speed skating. Perfect form, the quick crossovers, but I think on the quads, a lot of the skaters we have a freshly coated floor to where there's really no give, so the wheels are extremely tight against the floor. Where the inline skaters, it's more of an advantage for them because obviously the wheels are straight and it's just one simple edge that they have to push off of. Where the quads, I feel like they would like the floor to have a little bit of slide to it, but you know they kind of just deal with it because it is better for the inline, but the quads go so hard on those corners that they have to really spread their feet out and stabilize themselves. That's a good looking lap time too.
As we see, that is Chris Hummer of Phantom putting up a 14.908. Or 9.80 rather.
Just hugging those corners.
For Chris Hummer. And now we have our 50 to 59-year-old ladies division. Starting things off, just two competitors here, but it is going to be Robbin Joynes from Bell's Speed Club. So Joynes, a quad specialist.
And a beautiful pair of quad skates.
15 women here this week. And on the men's side, Ashton Hale, Lucas Kisilek, Graham Holland, Daniel Gill, Gabriel Lyons, James Sadler, Colton Miller, David Meyer, Herbie Harbison III, Dustin Hebson, Aiden Saylor, Alex Scott, who we just saw, Justin Stelly, Josh Simus, and Marquivas Humphrey. As Robbin Joynes of Bell's Speed Club now on the track for her one-lap time trial.
That's good stuff.
And that lap coming in at 14.803.
And which age division are we in?
50 to 59.
Wow.
And
that's impressive.
Like Carla McIntyre, a late scratch. And so our 50 to 59-year-old men kicking things off with Damon McIntyre. So our second Kentucky Speed contestant. So that Kentucky Speed quad really focusing on the traditional quad skates.
Yep. They sure have. They've kept it alive.
No inline competitors from Lexington for us here this week, but a 14.671 for Damon McIntyre. And up next from Badger State Racing, Tom Romneck. Now out there on the track. And there's Romneck through the line in 15.107 for Tom Romneck. And this is Doug Heiman for the Cobras, another Cobra quad skater. And Doug Heiman also skated in inlines, treated us to some really nice finishes. Rivalry between him and Daryl Hunter.
Yeah.
Keeping the 50 to 59-year-old age division interesting and fun yesterday.
Looking good. veteran. This guy's probably just been in the speed skating game forever. It's just smooth.
And he comes in at 13, 5, 4, 5, 50 to 59, 13 and a half seconds.
Put him with the kiddos, man.
Yes.
You know?
Like a fine wine.
Exactly.
Doug Heiman getting better. And now our 60 and above. So our most seasoned age division here. A couple of skaters. Clyde Mayes from Bell's Speed Club. And Mayes.
Nice. That's just good stuff.
And there's Mayes coming around in roughly a 16 flat. So Clyde Mayes, and our final time trialist of the morning. Champions skating out of Spring, Texas, represented by Jim Bourgeois. See the knee brace out there, so Bourgeois.
He's just a veteran.
He's been around, he's been a fan favorite years past.
Yeah.
And clearly a knee situation has befallen Jim Bourgeois over the years, as he has that big knee brace on, but that's not going to stop him from racing in his quad skates.
He'll be out here for years to come. Veteran. John Rogers just said he's been watching him skate his whole life.
So Jim Bourgeois in at 14.707. So that's a 60 and above record here at the American Championships by Jim Bourgeois. So